Hi guys, welcome back to the Tech Diary. This is my second channel where I take forever to get to the point, and sometimes I'm actually in the studio. I say that because for the past 2 episodes I've been elsewhere. I think the first one last week I was in New York for, well, specifically I was in Brooklyn for Samsung Unpacked, where I managed to get myself a Z, we do say Z in this country, Z Fold 7, main review of this on the main channel. You know what I mean? And then the week before that, where was I? Somewhere else. Somewhere near Amsterdam. Utrecht, however you pronounce it. Apologies for destroying that beautiful city's name. Anyway, today, he says, getting straight to the point, I'm going to comment on your Mac Mini setup. Not specifically yours, or possibly yours, but let me explain what's going on here, because this may not make any sense whatsoever. So basically, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I published a channel on brilliant. I published a video on the main channel about the Mac Mini, the M4 Mac Mini, which is over there somewhere. And at the end of it, I had this brainwave, I think, of saying, send me your Mac Mini setup and I will rate it. I'll comment on it live on the channel. I did that, and loads of you sent in, if you watched that video, loads of you sent in your setups. So if that was you, thank you so much. I've got a lot of emails here, basically, with people's photos of their Mac Mini setups. The original plan was to publish that video on the main channel, but to be honest, the main channel there's just so many videos we've got coming up, and trying to find somewhere to put this little, fun little video into that schedule has been quite nightmarish. So instead, we thought we'd put it on this second channel, because this is where things are a bit looser and what have you. So I've not looked at any of these, by the way. So I've basically got all these emails in front of me with some of you lovely people who have sent in your photos of your Mac Mini rigs, and let's just go through them. And I think what would be quite fun would be to get you to comment as well. What do I mean? I'm saying what would be great would be if you got involved in the comment section and gave me your thoughts on these setups as well. So get involved down below. I'm a bit jet lagged, bit all over the place, as you can probably tell, as always, so just bear with me. The reason I'm doing this, just very quickly, is because I love the fact that the Mac Mini, particularly the M4 Mac Mini, you can do so much with it. You can build your own little empire around it. You can build any kind of setup of your dreams around this tiny little computer. It doesn't have to be the M4 version, by the way. I did say send in any Mac Mini photo, but I love this idea that there's all these Mac Minis out there doing different things in different setups, in different rooms, and for different purposes. And for me, mine just sits over there, and it's my main computer in this studio. I don't really do any production work on it these days. It's just my main admin machine, really, while I'm here. So to see what you guys are doing is going to be quite exciting. I'm running a risk here. I know I have no idea what's in these photos. Literally no. When you do this, when you ask for things to be sent in from the audience, occasionally that can go a bit wrong. So who knows what we could find. Anyway, I will also apologize in advance if I completely butcher your name, because I'm terrible pronouncing certain names. Let's get straight into it. So this is from Aki River. We have 2 photos here, which are different because they've got different file names. Ooh, this is lovely. By the way, Aki or Akai, apologies, there's no text on the email. It's just, here's my photos. Check this out. This is lovely. This is really nice. So let's just zoom in a little bit here. So we've got, that is going to be an M2 or an M1 Mac Mini there. It's not the M4 version, obviously, but lovely to see a classic Mac Mini in action. I also love the fact that you've got the trackpad, the magic trackpad. Not a big fan of that personally, but I do like, it's just nice to see that stuff being used, isn't it? You've got a lovely headphone stand. I noticed that. In fact, that was the first thing I noticed. You've got this beautiful wooden headphone stand, which I guess matches the table. You've got the computer on. Lovely. A pair of JBL headphones, and I have no idea what they are. The guy who reviews so many pairs of headphones can't identify that pair, but they are JBL's. Oh, I don't even want to guess. Are they a Tour Pro something, possibly? I don't know. They're in white though, which is lovely. That's a very interesting monitor. It's a kind of, what is it? It's a ViewSonic. I can see that much, but it's on a kind of angled stand, isn't it? And it looks quite small, and it also looks as though it's in 4:3 ratio, but that might just be the way the photo's taken. I don't know. The best thing about this photo, though, which you may have spotted already, is the fact that there is a a Windows laptop upside down, I think that's what it is, placed on that laptop stand. I wonder if that's just been kind of placed like that just to say, look, there's Windows, whatever. Or is it always like that? I have no idea. And keyboard, not sure what that is, but it looks it's just such a clean setup. I love that. It's beautiful. I love the desk as well. Very kind of old-fashioned, fancy desk. There are 2 photos. What's this second? Ooh. Oh, okay. This makes sense now. Is that the same desk? I think it is, but it's the same monitor, but it's kind of been lowered, I think, on that kind of arm thing that it's got. I really like that. I like the light as well. I don't know why you've got 2 setups. Is it, or maybe it's a different desk, or maybe you're just kind of going between the 2. You try and decide. If I had to pick between the 2, it would be this one, mainly because it hasn't got that Windows laptop on there. Lovely stuff, though. Okay, Marites Tinio. I'm so sorry about these names. I won't read all of this stuff, but here's a pic of my compact desk setup with my Mac Mini and my iPad M4 as the only monitor. Interesting. This is a very big image. I'm going to have to download some of these images and open them like this. So let's have a look. Ooh, yeah, this is nice, isn't it? That's fascinating, isn't it? So it's an M4 Mac Mini, which we can see down there, which is, yeah, lovely stuff. I love the fact it's an M4 version. I can see a Satechi something down there. I'm not sure what that is, but Satechi stuff is fantastic. I guess that's an external hard drive there. But what's interesting is that you've used, like you say, just the iPad as your display. I've often thought about just trying that, just giving it a go and just seeing what it's like. Is it workable, or does it get annoying? I don't know. I mean, it's quite a small display, isn't it? That's clearly the 13-inch version, but I guess it would get it might just be a bit small after a while. I don't know, but it does look very clean. Once again, I love the light. I love the fact you've got that stand here, the white monitor stand, which I've got as well. We don't use, is it in here? No, we don't use it anymore in the studio, unfortunately, but I did have it for a long time, so I wonder if you bought that. Is that an MX Master? Possibly, it should be. Yeah, very clean setup there. I do like that very, very much. Any more photos? Oh, there is. Let's have a quick look. There's one more photo here. I have a feeling this might be a long video. Guys, if you need to just pause it and go and get a coffee or whatever, do that. I think it will be worth coming back to. This is okay, this is just the iPad. Very iPad-centric, this person. I like it. It's what a great way to use an iPad, though, thinking about it. It's yeah, I'm still struggling for use cases for iPads, I'll be completely honest. Okay, Yori, I'll just stick with the first names. Yori, hopefully that's how you pronounce your name. New subscriber, hello. Possibly to the main channel. Remember to subscribe to this channel as well. Here's my setup of my M4 Mac Mini that you just bought a week ago, so this is quite a fresh one. What am I doing here? No edits in these videos, remember. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so it's an M4 Mac Mini again, obviously, as I just said. There's a trackpad in use down here. There's some I never know, is it Edifier? I think it is Edifier. Little speakers there, nice. And another little white kind of monitor stand, which isn't the one that I use, but it looks nice and compact. And what are you doing there? You're doing generative AI in education. Interesting. I'd love to see I'm very nosy. What's on the second screen? Let's have a look. I'm assuming because they've taken this photo, they don't mind me looking at what's on the screen. In fact, who cares? Yeah, okay, that's a nice setup. I like it. Good stuff. Will there be any weird photos in these emails? I'm starting to worry now. We could see anything here, couldn't we? Dietmar, this is a long email, so bless you, I won't read the entire... I will read it at some point. I won't read all of it now, but you've gone into detail, which I very, very much admire and appreciate. And what I have noticed is that you said you've replaced 2 of the external hard drives with a 4 terabyte SSD inside this puppy. This puppy, I guess, being your Mac Mini. So let's have a look at this setup. Wow, who's that guy on there? Love your artwork above that, by the way. That's much more interesting. A picture of Frank Sinatra over me any day, obviously. I assume You Rock isn't just about me, is it? Okay, so look, you've got the M4 Mac Mini, and beneath that you've got some kind of hub. I think that is the Ugreen one, possibly. I'll read the email later just to confirm that. But I like the 3 monitor setup. You've got traditional widescreen monitor in the middle. You've then turned one on its side to give you that nice, vertical layout on the right hand side, and then you are also using an iPad. There's lots of iPads in use here. This is interesting. I still do not use my iPad as a monitor for any of my Mac setups, but it's clear that you guys do. It looks like there's an audio interface down there as well, I think possibly. But yeah, nice lighting. I'm a fan of blue lighting, as you can see. Yeah, lovely. I also love the fact, is that like an old-fashioned telephone? It is. Brilliant, love that. But that's, again, a lovely, clean setup. Nice desk mat there. Yeah, is that Harbour London? It might be. Right, Louis. Let's have a look at Louis' setup. Let's move this down here. Sorry, this is a bit of a faff sometimes, but we will get there. Okay, wow. So this is, again, an M1 or an M2 Mac Mini sitting beneath that screen. You're clearly an artist, which I'm immediately jealous of and very much in admiration of, because I cannot draw for toffee. I'm awful at drawing. Anyone who can draw. It's a bit like, I always admire stand-up comedians, guitarists, and people who can illustrate properly with their free hand. Those three things, I find them incredibly impressive that people can do that stuff. So yeah, you sit among that. Looks like you're using Procreate, possibly, or is it? No, is it just Photoshop? Might be just Photoshop, says the person who can't draw. Okay, what are these things here? These look like speakers, possibly, I would guess. I can also see, if I stop doing that, you've got a Stream Deck there as well. Steam Deck. Is it Steam Deck? Stream? I always get them mixed up. The thing with all the buttons. I've got one somewhere and don't use it because I'm terrible with that kind of thing. I buy these things and just don't put them to use. You're also using an iPhone, from the looks of it, as a webcam, which is pretty cool. Again, you guys are so much better than me when it comes to using the Apple ecosystem. I just don't do it. I've also just realised I'm not rating these. I don't want to do that. That's not fair. I want to discuss them and talk about them. Remember, get involved in the comments if you've got some thoughts on these, or if it's yours. Get involved. Aaron, what have you got, Aaron? There's a very cute photo here. Let's just put this in here. Oh, what's happened? Where's that gone? Mac OS, what are you doing? I just want to put that in there. Why isn't... Oh, no, it's not working. Oh, Aaron, I want to see this. It's a huge image. Massive image. Let's right-click and save as. There we go. Let's save that in there. Okay, it's taking its time. As always, what is it doing? Sorry, guys, this is ridiculous. Okay, that isn't... For some reason, that one's not coming down, but there are two very cute kids on that, and I can see you've got a lot going on in this setup. I love it. I love clean setups. I love messy setups. I think they're great. Do or do not, there is no try, says Yoda in the background. Yeah, where's the Mac Mini? There it is. It's, again, Mac Mini, an M1 or M2 version. Lots of stuff there, Aaron. Loads of things going on. But yeah, love it. I don't know why I couldn't download that image. Apologies. Paul Anderson has sent 3 emails, which, okay, let's have a look. I hope these people don't mind me broadcasting their... We won't show their email addresses, obviously, but the contents of the email. There you go. Right. Let's pop this in here. So Paul Anderson has... Wow. What monitor is that? I can't tell. If I zoom in, I probably can't tell either. Not sure what it is. But the main thing I've spotted here, apart from the M4 Mac Mini with Baby Yoda on it, is this DVD drive. Is it a super drive? No, it wouldn't be, because it would be silver. Would it be silver? It would be, wouldn't it? But there appears to be a DVD drive there, or a CD drive, whatever. It's a drive that you put physical media into, which you do not see these days. Lovely. I really like that. Just that bit mainly. There's also something very cool sitting here. Is that an amp, like a tube amp? Possibly. It looks like it may be. And you've got some lovely Prestige SR225 Grado, however you pronounce it, headphones. Very nice stuff, Paul. I like it. Rob Cousins. Right, Rob, let's get you into... Why do some of these images download and some of them don't? This is really annoying. It's really not helping my cause here whatsoever. Let's try and... Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Let's have a look at it. Okay, what I love about this is that we have 2 PS2 or PS1 controllers sitting there. That's probably PS1. No, PS2. I have no idea. Nice. Love that. And these speakers. Are these the creative speakers? They are, aren't they? They're very popular. We see a lot of these. But you appear to have 3 Mac Minis. We've got one old one there, because that's a grey one, isn't it? What is that? Has he said? No, I don't think he has. But yeah, we do have 2 Mac Minis, 2 regular old Mac Minis there, regular, and an M4 Mac Mini on top. Amazing. Just keep building, just keep adding to them. Why not? And again, lots of iPads. We've got an iPad Mini. We've got an iPad, possibly a Pro or an Air there. All of you are beating me when it comes to your ecosystem usage. Okay, I don't want to butcher that name at all, so I won't. Ali, is Ali your first name, possibly? Okay, we have, this is interesting. Let me download this image. No, I can't zoom in either. Anyway, I can see just there, there's an M4 Mac. I love how messy this setup is. It's really messy. There's an old printer there. There's one of those kind of lights hanging over, just casting this kind of glow over the desk, like you're working on some secret CIA files, and maybe you could be Fox Mulder or someone. Love it. And yeah, the M4 Mac Mini is just kind of like, there it is. It's just, yes, that'll do. Love that. What a setup. Again, an iPad in use, a Windows laptop there. We'll let you off. There's probably some top secret stuff over here on this whiteboard. We won't remain on that too long. Robin, here's your setup. That's about as clean as it comes. That almost looks like an Apple Store, like an Apple Store setup, doesn't it? Yeah, it's very clean. So you've just watched one of my recent videos, the iOS 26 one. Thank you. Very clean. You do have a Magic Mouse there. You lose a couple of internet points on that, but I'll let you off. Irvinas, here's yours. Let's have a look. Whoa, what a background that is. That's beautiful. Okay, we have an M4 Mac Mini down here. Again, we have these creative speakers. Everyone's got these creative speakers, which is interesting. They seem to be really popular, don't they? You've got 2 keyboards as well. I don't know why you've got 2 keyboards, but why not, I suppose. And again, there it is, the MX Master 3. Interesting. And I think, what are those there? What are those earbuds? I thought they were the Technics AZ100 or 80s or something, but I don't think they are. There's something else. Nice Dell monitor, nice 2. I've always wanted that. I've tried it, that setup of having widescreen and then vertical. I think you need to be a developer to make use of that, and I'm not a developer at all. Nathan, that is not Nathan. Sorry, Irvinas, that is a lovely setup. Raziel, sorry. Okay, very simple setup here. Like it, M4 Mac Mini on top of an LG box. I like that. I like the fact you've just got the LG monitor out of the box, put the box down, put everything on top of it. Who cares? Let's just do that. Love it. You don't have an MX Master 3, which makes me feel a little bit better. Like, not everyone is buying one of those Mice's mouse because of me. Matthew, let's have a look at yours. Okay, this is someone else. I know. For a minute then, I thought you had several Mac Minis on top of each other, but you don't. You have 2 hubs. Interesting. Maybe a Satechi and possibly another one. I'm not sure what that one is. But again, you've got those Creative Lab speakers. Look, just down there. Interesting. No MX Master. You've put this monitor on a box. I love that. I love this kind of tripod style monitor stand as well. That's interesting. You've gone for the dual setup with your mouse and also your trackpad as well. I like that. To get very geeky very quickly. A guy called BT, Brian, I can't pronounce his second name. He's a legend in the kind of electronic music scene, a producer. He does that. He produces with a trackpad and a mouse, and I always watch that and think, I think I tried it once and just got completely lost. But if you can do that, you are clearly a better human being than me. Robert, let's have a look at yours. Oh, now we're talking. Some music. The rest have been great, obviously, but this is right up my alley because we have music stuff here. So we have an M4 Mac Mini over here. We then have lots of music gear. We've got a controller keyboard there. It might actually be a synth, possibly an Oxygen 61 note, I guess. You're running. What on earth is that? Is that Cubase? That's Cubase. I used to use Cubase many years ago. It didn't look like this at all, but that is definitely Cubase, I think. Which is obviously your DAW of choice. Cool, you've got another monitor over here. You've got some nice, what are they? Are they focal speed? I'm not sure what they are, but they're nice monitors. A nice pair of sunglasses. There's another image here. Let's have a look at the other one. I don't want to spend too long. Oh, yeah. I was about to say I don't want to spend too long on this because I'll bore the rest of you, but that's right up my street. You have the universal audio interface there, beautiful. Another keyboard here, not sure what that is. What is that? For a minute I thought it was a Korg Trinity or something, but I don't think it is. And you've got a bunch of rack mount stuff down here. You've got a little turntable. Is that a Technics? It's not a 1210, but it's a Technics. You've got an M Audio keyboard, lovely, and you've got a Tractor DJ setup as well. Lovely. Right up my street. I've lost my mouse pointer because it's probably gone onto the Mac over there. Where is it? There it is. This could be one of the longest videos ever on this channel. Christopher Tilley is definitely a long-term viewer. He's taken this with his Pixel, which is nice, and that's a very, very clean setup. M4 Mac Mini, I can see there. I'm not sure what monitor it is. You don't have those creative speakers. You do have a massive Epson printer, which I like, and from the looks of it, you've got a Google Nest Home thing, which are quite rare. You don't see many people with those, do you? But Christopher, that is a lovely setup. Peter Lawson. Let's have a look at yours, mate. Let's plonk that into there. The creative speakers again. They're there. Those little why do so many people have those? I might have to make a video about this. They're clearly very, very popular. I don't want to zoom in too much on this. Is it Peter? So who am I talking to? Peter Lawson. Again, I think a long-term viewer, because I think we can see your diary. I won't do that. But yeah, what a lovely little setup. Not sure what keyboard that is, but it's definitely of the mechanical variety. And you definitely have a Satechi hub, I think, for your M4 Mac Mini. Yeah, beautifully clean setup. Love that. Michael, let's have a look at you. Wow, look at this. This is fascinating. So you've got, where's the Mac Mini? Where is the Mac? It's a mystery. It's in there somewhere, isn't it? There must be a Mac Mini in there, otherwise why would you send this photo? But I can see right on the edge we've got an MX Master 3. We have this huge Apple logo on your iPad with, is it a Paperlike on it or something? I don't know. You've got a teleprompter there, lots of lights going on, a big Sennheiser mic, a big shotgun mic, some key lights and stuff. Not sure what this is down here, but there's something interesting there with knobs and stuff on it. JBL speakers, massive BenQ monitor. No idea where the Mac Mini is, but it doesn't matter. That's. I also have no idea what's going on in this room, but I love it. It's brilliant. Camerton, this is your your 599 Mac Mini setup. Again, I won't zoom in because there's a lot of stuff on that screen, and I'm kind of assuming that because people sent these photos in, they're happy for them to be shared. Because I did say I'd do it on the channel, so. Those speakers are there again. They're there again. You've got two mice, which is interesting. One of them is the Magic Mouse. Again, I'll have to let you off on that. Quite a chunky monitor, which I like, and a brilliantly beaten up keyboard, which is just fantastic. Love it. There is nothing special, and I never press power button. The old power button. Brian, what have you sent? Oh, it's another one of these images that I can't see properly. They're a bit of a mystery, these ones, aren't they? Quite like them. Little Mac Mini there, M4 Mac Mini, an iPad with the, I guess, the white magic keyboard on there, and what looks like either a MacBook, or is it a Windows machine? No, it's a MacBook. It must be a MacBook because it's powering those two monitors. Can't quite see that one, but Todd Evans. Don't know why I said that like that. That was weird. Okay, Todd, what have we got here? Ooh, this is interesting. I'm going to have to very quickly read what this is. Oh, he's a gig performer. So he gigs. So he's using it to perform whatever this is. So I don't know, is he a guitarist possibly, or maybe a vocalist? I'm not sure. What is it? It looks yeah, he's a guitarist. We can see all the settings for his guitar there. But the Mac Mini, where is the Mac Mini? There it is. It's down here. Is it upside down? I think it's upside down, and then we've got a hub there, and then we've got lots of kind of audio interface gear. What an interesting setup. I didn't expect this at all. When I asked for people to send me their setups, I thought we'd just get lots of desk setups, which is fantastic. Excuse me, fantastic, he says, losing his breath. But not this. This is amazing. I love it. Thank you, Todd, for sharing that. Richard. We're getting towards the end, guys, by the way. If you're still here, thank you. Remember to hit subscribe because we keep building this channel. We want to do more of these kind of long-form videos. Oh, there's that guy again on the monitor. Okay, what I absolutely love about this is the fact that we have these these really old Yamaha speakers, which must have first come out, well, in fact, only came out in 1994. Love the fact you are still using those. If they came out last year, even funnier. M4 Mac Mini, nice little keyboard, a Logitech keyboard, LG monitor. What's interesting, the people who are, I guess, are left-handed don't have MX Master 3s, because the one problem with that mouse that people keep reminding me about is the fact that there is no left-hand version, I don't think, which is a bit of an issue, obviously, if you're left-handed. So, but yeah, nice clean setup. Rock Guy is next. What is Rock Guy showing? Lots of photos. Okay, we're okay. Some very cool movie art there, but we do want to see the keyboard, M4 Mac Mini, Logitech keyboard. I like that, very nice. Where's the entire desk though? Rock Guy, there we go. Oh yeah, lovely and clean. There is clearly some gaming going on over here. We have a gaming PC, I think. That's one thing the M4 Mac Mini can't really do. Well, it can, but it's just not worth it. Just get a PC for gaming. You've got your great big Asus, what's it called, router at the top there. Some nice shrubbery. I like a bit of shrubbery. I haven't got any shrubbery in here at all, but we do need to get some. Yeah, nice stuff. Who else have we got? David. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, can I save this? Of course I can't. It's not your fault, by the way, David. It's down to Outlook. But anyway, we do have an iPad in use here. We have, what is this? An iPad Mini, possibly, with some kind of controls on it. And I think, again, that is a Google Nest thing, isn't it? But you've got a MacBook Pro, I think. Is it a MacBook Air, MacBook Pro? And the M4 Mac Mini here. So you're really going for it. You've got some, is that weather data there? It looks very complicated. It looks like you're doing a very important job if you compare it to my job. But yeah, I do like that setup. David, Carlo, love your wallpaper straight away. That's a serious set. You sit down in that desk and you're just ready, honey. You're ready to tear stuff apart and, bend the space-time continuum. Nice. I like it. I love the fact you got your PlayStation controllers there. You've got a nice mechanical keyboard. Love it. Alan King, another massive image. Love these. What are they called? Those. Help me out in the comments. What are those speakers called? Are they JBL? I can't remember. Anyway, you've got a Mac. You've got an Apple TV somewhere because there's the Apple TV remote. You're a guitarist because I can see some guitar picks there, and you've got could be an M1 or M2 Mac Mini, and you don't care about cables. You don't care, Alan, do you? To be honest, I'm the same. Just, who cares? And there's the sub from those two speakers. And you've got a nice gaming chair from the looks of it. Awesome. Plexter, what have you sent me? Please, no, don't be weird. Okay. No, this is, of all the setups we've seen so far, this is possibly the cleanest. This is an M1 or M2 Mac Mini, a Magic Keyboard, a Magic Trackpad, and the studio display. That's it. Sometimes you just do not need any more than that. And that is just, you sit down at that kind of thing, you just think, oh, this is nice. That's where Apple gets you. That's how they get you to spend a lot of money, because you keep adding things to it from Apple. You just think, well, it all goes so nicely together. Eves, hopefully that's how you pronounce your name. Love the fact you have labelled everything. You've really gone to quite a lot of effort with this. Totally real plant, nice. GNOME on Arch, Linux. I always say Linux and it annoys people. Okay, ooh, what's this? So we've got the Satechi hub, and on top of that, the base model M4 Mac Mini. And on top of that, you've got a Herc Pulsar, which is running a Ryzen 7, 32 gig of RAM, and it's running that Arc Linux. What is it? I don't know what it is. It's amazing. And an M2 MacBook Pro, which is for its work. It's the work one. Logitech MX Keys Mini, nice keyboard. Coffee, yeah. Again, two mouse. Two mouse, which I find interesting. An iPhone 16, a nice setup. Two left. Morgan, you've sent me quite a big email again. Sorry, I can't read all this out here, but I will read it, I promise. It's another one that I'm going to like. Let's start with the first one. Okay, they're all kind of taken portrait, but we can figure this out. So you've got an iMac there, quite an old iMac from the looks of it. You've got some awesome stuff here in terms of synths. This is it a virus or something? I don't know. Controller keyboard, might be not Arturia or something. Let's try and get a better. It is an Arturia, or is that something else? I have no idea. You've got lots of audio stuff here. I will be reading this email. It is an Arturia keyboard. Check me out. Nice. An M4 Mac Mini down there. Lovely. And what else have we got? Oh, look at that. Again, some shrubbery. You've got some flowers and stuff going on. Love it. And some trees and things. You're running... What is that? Is that Fruity Loops? It's not Logic. Not sure what that is, but you're running some kind of DAW there. And you have a machine, as in the machine drum pad sampling thing, which I've got one somewhere, no idea where it is, but I do have one of those. I loved it. I loved sampling on that. It was amazing. What a setup. I love that. Right, the last one, some of you will be really glad to hear. Have we had Paul already? Paul Granger. I think, have we? We have. No, I don't know if we have or not. Let's do it again anyway. I don't think we have. This is a very dark photo, Paul, but I can just about see your M4 Mac Mini, which is I love it when you just smash it down and you plug everything in and just leave the SSDs on top of it, and it's being put to use, isn't it? That thing is being used. It's not just there for show. You're actually doing things with it, which I love. I'm not sure what the monitor is. Oh, it's a Dell monitor, and you got one of those wavy cat things, which is always important. Some pretty cool old school speakers up there. Yeah, what a setup. In fact, guys, what a collection of setups. I might do this again, and I think what I'll do next time... Sorry, I should have got all those images. The thing is, I wanted to reference the people who sent me the images, so that's why I kept them in the emails. So I thought I'd go through the emails, draw out the images and zoom in, but for some reason I can't do that with all of them. So the next time I do this, we'll think of another way of doing it. What can we do next time? What can I ask you to send in so we can do another... in fact, just keep sending in your desk setups. Let's keep doing this, okay? Not every week, obviously, but let's do it occasionally. So if you want to send me your desk setup, just email mark@markellisreviews.com. Just send me it. And if you're one of these people, if I've missed your email, by the way, apologies. We had a lot of them, and I think I've been waffling on for way too long now anyway. So apologies if I missed yours. But thank you to everyone who sent in their desk setups. I genuinely enjoyed that. That was really, I've needed that. It's been it still is a very, very busy period. So this feels like a completely different piece of content. I don't care how long this has been. I can guarantee there's comments already saying, "Oh, you should have saved the images. All this fluffing." Sling your hook. I don't care, honestly. It's just nice to make a completely unscripted... I mean, the main channel videos aren't scripted, obviously, but they are very formulaic, and I do follow a structure and all the rest of it. It's nice not to do that and just to... I know we're not sitting in a pub, person to person, but it feels a bit like that, hopefully. And if you enjoy this kind of content, guys, all I can keep asking you to do is to hit subscribe. If you've been watching this second channel for a while and you haven't subscribed, then, because we all do that, just please give it a click. It makes a massive difference. Give it a thumbs up. Get involved in the comments, and just keep sending in your desk setups. I love this. It's great. It's quite late now. It is 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. I need to go to bed and crack on with more content for the other channel. There's a lot to do at the minute. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you've got this far, thank you. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.